We caught up with Congressman Mike Bost, who's a representative of Illinois' 12th District and a member of the House Agriculture Committee. He discusses the Farm Bill extension and his priorities for a permanent bill next year. Thank you once again for jumping on and speaking to some of our members just a little bit about what's been going on recently. I know it's been a pretty chaotic few months in the House. And so I know just yesterday, there was a continuing resolution passed, and that has been a big topic.
Sure.
Can you tell us a little bit more about, your thoughts on that?
Everybody knows there's no such thing as a linear farm bill, okay? But when I and the chairman were back driving around for our farm tour in August, both of us were convinced we were going to come back, hit the ground running, take off, get the farm bill passed, not knowing that they were going to throw the budget to the level they did, not knowing that somebody was going to be so kind as to motion to remove a speaker, so we had no speaker, so we could do nothing for 3 weeks. Add that to that, then the new speaker is trying to get his feet on the ground. And so we're in the situation that we had no choice but unfortunately to pass the CR. And I'm glad it's done, because at least it gives us a landing spot, an ability, so that and not only that, so that our producers can feel secure that everything's still in place. Now we're still going to start working on it. As soon as we're hoping that we can get it out of, according to the chairman and the staff, we're hoping to get it out first quarter from between January and March from the House. Now what the Senate does with that, I don't know, but at least we've given a long enough landing spot with September that we can actually feel that our farmers can feel secure.
Definitely. So that's my next question. And you spoke a lot to that, but there's been this year-long extension of the Farm Bill. And so you're saying, in the first quarter, you're hoping to get some language out there. Can you tell us a little bit what the rest of that timeline might look like next year?
Yeah, we are, I believe, so this, and remember, I'm talking from a member's position, not the chair, okay? But every communication we've had with the chair is aggressively going out to try to get it done in that first quarter. And by getting it done in the first quarter, then that puts the pressure on the Senate, because the Senate really hasn't done anything yet. And so we're hoping that we move quickly. I don't see us doing it in December. We'll be working on bits and pieces, but I don't think you'll see it until January.
I'm sure our farmers are going to be excited to hear that. And I know that crop insurance and expanding export markets are something that's always some of their top priorities. So what are you thinking that you'll see, or is this what the farmers in your area are talking about too? And then how are you expecting that to play out in the Farm Bill?
So let me put it in perspective here. But first off, let me tell you, both those priorities are mine as well. I represent 10,000 farmers in Illinois. They deserve the insurance that something's going to be stable. We make sure that they have the safety net, because they're in a high risk business. We've got to make sure that they feel secure that safety net is always there, and that we have their back, and that I have their back pushing forward on that, and know that that's a priority to me. As far as trade, look, my district has Mississippi and Ohio. We are uniquely placed to make sure we can deliver on world trade and participate in that. We've got to make sure that we expand our markets and work to expand our markets for all our farm opportunities, to make sure that our prices are up and that we have a place to sell the fruits of our labor. So both of those are vitally important to me.
That's great to hear. I know on the Senate side, not too long ago, Senator Stabenow on the Senate floor spoke about possibly getting some additional funds for the Farm Bill on the Senate. I know the House has really been a lot tighter talking. What are you hearing on that? And do you think, if you get new money, where do you think that will go?
Right. Well, money for the Farm Bill is probably going to be tight. I know it is going to be tight. That being said, we're looking for any opportunities. One of the opportunities we're looking for is reallocating some existing funds. The Inflation Reduction Act. I know the chair and the staff have been looking at that to move things over. a few of the other areas that they're tapping into and trying to make sure we're coming up with as close as we can to the existing budget, but finding those other places where money maybe isn't being used. And according to the chairman yesterday, he's looking underneath every stone to try to find as much money as we can. However, if we find additional money, we want to make sure that we put it in Title I, okay, and for for the commodity programs and raising the reference and also the base acres. If we can find that money, that's where it needs to go.
Great. I'm sure that will really resonate with our farmers because those are two big programs that they continually talk about. Can you give us a little bit? I know some of our farmers are worried about a farm bill being in the same year as an election year. So can you give us any thought on that, and how do you think that will play out, and how can you comfort some of their concerns there?
Right. That's always the concern if you're in the election year. Let me tell you, we're going to work to try to get it done. There are people, on the far right that don't want to vote for a farm bill, and there's people on the far left that don't want to vote for a farm bill. We will work with them, try to make put the things in there that get the votes where we need to be, but a farm bill must be bipartisan. And I know that not only are we as members that are key people working on the farm bill, working with our colleagues on both sides of the aisle to try to get everybody, or as many people as we can, to a yes. We're not going to get them all, but we need to get to 218. So even election year, it's something we're going to have as a priority.
Is there any other thoughts you wanted to share? I know a lot of our farmers are done being in the field, and they're just appreciative of the work that you have been able to do on the House.
So the goals that we have is, and I've kind of expanded on that already. We are looking to make sure that the safety net's there, make sure we get the farm bill passed, making sure that we have it bringing in an expanding operations, especially for our new farmers, to expand access to credit and to the ability of a new farmer coming in. So make sure that people have that opportunity. I'm also working ways to keep. This is a unique situation right now, and especially in Illinois, because of the way that the state legislator made it to where the locals can't do this. We're wanting to work and figure out how we quit. We keep taking prime farmland out of production by these solar farms. We can't continue to do that. We've got to be looking at stuff to try to stop that. If we're going to continue to feed the world, we can't take prime farmland. And you can't blame the farmer for if they get an opportunity for a lease and they're making a whole lot more money than they would with the crops. But we just can't be doing this. And so we're looking in to try to figure that out. We got other things we're working on that are obviously not farm related. We're going to be working on securing the border. We're going to be ensuring that we support our allies in Israel. We work to make sure we're energy independent, and we have responsible funding from overall on the budget this year.
Perfect. Well, Congressman, we don't want to take too much of your time, so I really appreciate you.
Thank you for having me on.
Yeah, and good luck the rest of the year, and I hope you get a little bit of a break for the holidays.
Thank you very much, and have a happy Thanksgiving.